Welcome to the KoKo Show
with your host,
KoKo.
Good morning, my beautiful friends. Thank you very much for joining me this lovely day.
In today's episode, I would like to touch one of the things that I have been greatly affected by in my life, and I know you have as well, and that is intimate relationships. How does one approach such a complicated, convoluted, beautiful, stressful thing? I do believe at the very core that relationships are and can be some of the most beautiful things that one can experience in life. That being said, an untethered soul in a relationship can cause turmoil and chaos. It is possible to be the tornado that destroys an entire town. So I believe there needs to be caution when approaching such a delicate thing. So, I've been in several relationships long term. I've loved a few ladies, and unfortunately, they've all ended. and if it wasn't for that ending, for the implosion through the emotional acts that maybe I created, that I definitely created, and the just selfish, self-centered ideologies that I brought to the table, these relationships did end. But because of that ending, because they broke apart, I was able to learn so much. And I was able to dive into humility and understand that I just didn't know anything. And so I read a few books, a few nice relationship books. Not many. I need to read many more, I'm sure. But it gave me the humility to understand that, I don't know anything about relationships. And it wasn't really until recovery, years into recovery, that I really started to look back on the relationships that I had and see, my God, I took these women hostage. I was at fault. I was wrong. I had no idea how to take care of a lady, to be quite frank. How does one care for a family? And at the time, of course, I was conditioned, I was selfish, I was so lost. How could I help guide my lady through the waters of a chaotic sea if I could not guide myself? How in the world could I be the man in the relationship, the provider, the paternal influence, if I myself was just a child? How could this happen? And the truth is, the painful truth, is that I couldn't, and that maybe I still can't. But I am learning, because I have hope and faith. And in the next endeavor, in the next growth period, I believe that I will be ready enough to maybe be more mature and be less selfish and be more giving and acting in service for the greater good, that I can create a long-lasting and beneficial relationship with a nice lady. Gentlemen, I hope I hope if you're a single man that maybe you could do the same. Because again, it is such a beautiful thing if we can do it right and we can take ownership. And I think if we can bring it all the way back, we must understand that we also made the choice to get with a certain person, which in the first place may not have been the best idea. So I think it takes just a tremendous amount of self-introspective growth before I think you can extract the most out of a relationship. Maybe not extract, but grow a relationship in a healthy way, right? And not be succumbed by the codependency, by the addiction, by the pain, by the jealousy, right? How do we minimize or eliminate these very human traits and behaviors, right? And the behaviors that subsequently follow. How does one obtain this? And I think it's by obtaining truth. I keep on hearing people talk about the truth will set you free. Oh yes, I believe that. But first it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful to feel the burn of your own self-sabotage that you've been creating for years, that you were totally oblivious to. And of course, this is why I recommend books and a good recovery group, because then one can find the truth, one can see the truth. The masks are pulled away, even for just a few glimmering minutes, to see it, to know that it exists, to understand that you created this problem. We are at fault for everything in our lives. We must maybe understand that there is great responsibility within us, right? We are responsible for our lives. And it's so easy to be trapped in the victim mentality, in the blaming of others. It is only through this knowing that we can make the pivot and truly change our trajectory through life. Without truth, life is but a sham. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you can find the light within yourself first, maybe a more fulfilling relationship can enter the picture. Fill your cup so it runs over, and then there will be plenty to share. And isn't that the point of life? To share, to spread the joy, to love. I suppose it entirely depends on your standards and your life view and what degree of selfishness you portray or accept. Well, guys, I will leave that for you to ponder, something to think about and continuously ask questions to yourself about. Are we the best humans we can be? What else can we do to better ourselves? What materials, mentors, books can we dive into? What podcasts can we listen to? Who can we stay away from? Which one of our 5 closest friends or acquaintances are dragging us down? Again, these are all questions that tie into the truth. Have a great day, and remember, you only have this one life, so make it count.